One sunny afternoon. Hey soul makers. Welcome back to the channel. Today's story is a heartwarming tale of fate, furry companions, and a little bit of canine heroism. Buckle up, because we're about to explore the incredible connection between a woman named Amelia and a scruffy dog that might just have saved her life, not once but twice. A race against time. The California sun beat down mercilessly on the asphalt as Amelia gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. A job interview loomed 15 minutes away, gnawing at her nerves. Months of relentless searching had left her desperate, even for a position outside her field. But fresh graduates with bills piling up couldn't afford to be picky. Perspiration dotted her forehead. With a quick prayer for a successful interview, she glanced down to adjust the air conditioner. A four-legged detour. A bead of sweat trickled down Amelia's forehead, blurring her vision momentarily. Glancing down to adjust the air conditioning, a startled yelp escaped her lips. A blur of brown fur darted across the road, skidding to a halt just before her bumper. Her heart hammered against her ribs as she slammed on the brakes. It was a medium-sized dog, scruffy and matted, with a broken chain trailing behind him. A runaway, she realized with a pang of sympathy. The call of adventure, or mischief? Conscience wouldn't allow Amelia to leave the runaway dog to his fate. He could get snagged on bushes or worse, cause another accident. Pushing open the car door, she ignored the sharp protest of her new pump sinking into the gravel shoulder. "Here, boy. Come here," she called out as sweetly as she could. The dog stopped and looked at her with his ears lifted and his head cocked to one side. She held out her hand, wishing for a tempting treat to offer him as she inched closer. But the dog had other plans. Ignoring her calls, he darted away. Past a small scraggly bush toward the expansive acres of an open field. There, he began to scamper in circles as though encouraging her to come after him. A missed opportunity, or a divine intervention? Great. The dog seemed to think her presence meant it was time for a game of chase. Amelia gritted her teeth and tried to keep an eye on him, while picking her way over stones scattered helter-skelter on the ground. The afternoon sun burned her face and sweat trickled down her back. The dog didn't seem to mind the heat and continued what he thought was a game, always staying about 10 feet away from her. His tail swished and she could see the sparkle in his eyes. She clenched her jaw and kept moving forward until something snagged on her leg. A thorny bush had ripped a gaping hole in the fabric of her pants. Muttering at her luck, Amelia gritted her teeth and stood. She frowned and scanned the field. The dog had disappeared. She called and whistled. Nothing. The entire area was flat with no trees or large bushes to hide behind. She could see for what seemed like miles. But somehow, chain and all, the dog had vanished like a desert mirage. Finally, she shook her head and trudged back to the car. A collision course averted. If she couldn't help a dog, at least she could try to salvage a potential job. Amelia nosed the car back into the road and tried to convince herself the interviewer would understand when she explained what happened. Thoughts of the stray dog shamed her into slowing down as she headed toward a hairpin curve not far from where her improbable pursuit had begun. As soon as her car rounded the curve, she saw brake lights in a line of cars. Her stomach lurched. There'd been an accident. A car was wedged under the side of a dump truck. It appeared the truck had stopped in the road to empty a load of gravel. The car's hood looked like a crushed aluminum can. Her eyes widened when she recognized it as the same red car that roared past her only a short while earlier. The disappearing dog. The truck driver and car driver both appeared uninjured. They stood next to each other writing on scraps of paper, while the faint sound of sirens grew slowly louder as Amelia's white-knuckled grip on the steering wheel relaxed. She looked around, still half expecting to see a dog dragging a broken chain. Yet there was no sign of him. It was as though he'd never existed. She looked back at the accident scene and a thought struck her. A guardian angel revealed. Were it not for a bedraggled brown dog and the grace of God, Amelia realized with a jolt, she could have been in that mangled car. Her heart hammered in her chest. The missed interview, the frantic chase through the field. It all seemed insignificant now compared to the horrifying near miss she'd just witnessed. Tears welled up in her eyes as the enormity of the situation hit her. A new beginning. Gratitude washed over Amelia, erasing the disappointment of the missed interview. This wasn't just a coincidence. It was a cosmic nudge, a reminder of life's precious fragility and the unseen forces that sometimes guide us. The dog, with his playful distraction, had unknowingly saved her life. Life continued, and a few months later, a dream opportunity presented itself. One that propelled Amelia's career in a direction she never imagined. The memory of that sunny afternoon, the dog, the accident. It all came together as a single, profound moment. The stray wasn't just a lost animal. He was a guardian angel, a four-legged messenger sent to intervene. What do you think, soul makers? Was the dog a guardian angel, or just a lucky coincidence? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more heartwarming stories, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you have any story ideas you'd like to see turned into a Soulmaker video, let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay kind and keep an eye out for furry miracles in your own lives.